hello the internet. It is Wednesday the 8th of August 2018. From my bed, look at my sunrise I'm watching. I've got up early this morning because it's my last day here in Hideaway Island, Vanuatu, and I've seen a sunrise. It was beautiful. I've got a flight at 3 p.m, so I've kind of got to leave this island at about noon, midday, so I want to have the morning to get back in that water because yesterday's snorkel blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. This is Yannick. He's the head chef here at Hideaway Island. Good morning, Yannick.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you, man. Yannick has found something for me. What have you found for me, man?
I found a coconut crab. Nice coconut crab.
Wow, this is awesome, man.
Yeah.
I've been looking for one of these.
Yeah.
I'm really psyched to see this. Let's go and check it out.
Okay, let's go.
He's beautiful, man. He's watching me.
He's watching you.
Yeah.
You know, someone is watching you.
Yeah. This little shell is a coconut. You can take this guy off. Oh. Sorry, buddy.
You want us to take it off?
Look at that. I'm gonna let that guy go because he's obviously a bit freaked out. But what I was trying to show you is that that little shell is actually a coconut, a small coconut. He's found it and he's like hermit crab style living in it. But they climb up these trees to get the unripe coconuts. Look at that beautiful guy. All right, we'll leave you too, buddy. See you, man. Yannick, thank you so much for showing me this, man.
No worries.
I understand, you're the head chef. I understand you can eat this coconut crab, right?
Yeah.
That was a small one, a baby.
Yeah, that's a baby one.
I've eaten here 3 nights in a row now. The coconut curry,
Yes.
the signature dish, the tenderloin, and last night I had the chorizo pizza.
Chorizo,
Yeah, and I've got to say, that signature dish, the curry, was beautiful.
The curry is actually the signature dish, so like myself as a head chef, so I have to keep it up.
Yep.
Not any chances, anything fancy. I have to just
It's
keep
always
it
the same.
Consistency
Consistent.
the same.
Which is the favorite dish that you like to cook?
Fish, grilled fish with organic, locally vegetable and lemon butter sauce on the side.
I have to speak so highly of the food here. It is second to none. And if you do come to Hideaway Island, got to come and see Yannick and just watch him work, enjoy his food. Yannick, thank you so much for showing me the coconut crab, man. And thanks for all the beautiful food.
No worries, you're most welcome.
It is a beautiful morning here on Hideaway Island in Vanuatu. You see that water behind me? You want to go in there? You want to go snorkeling? So do I. Which mask would you like to wear? The Seaview 180 version 2, the V2. I have one right here. You all know the Seaview 180 version 1. That's the first full face snorkel mask. Well, this is the version 2. This is their redesign. You may have seen it on Kickstarter. I believe that is now concluded, and I am certainly excited to see what modifications and what changes they've made on this mask and get into this beautiful water. There's the mask, snorkel, accessory, which I'll talk about in a minute. Nice, robust, hard case. Good for when you chuck it in your luggage and the baggage handlers just go whoosh. The first thing you'll notice when you open up your Seaview 180 version 2 from Wildhorn Outfitters is the snorkel mask is not vertical. All of the full face snorkel masks, including the version 1 of the Seaview 180 and all of the copies that have come since then, their snorkel was on an angle like that. What happens is when your forehead is facing downwards into the water, i.e. when you're snorkeling, that thing is pretty much sitting almost in line with the water. Now that might not be a problem if you're snorkeling in calm waters like here at Hideaway Island in Vanuatu, but maybe you're snorkeling on like a reef break and there's waves coming over. Bam, bam, water constantly hitting the top. There's more chance of water entering the snorkel. Wildhorn Outfitters have addressed that by having a bend. When you're sitting like this, it would look strange, it would be going past you, but then when you're sitting like this, i.e. snorkeling, it's now a vertical snorkel. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Now that being said, I can spot an inherent issue with this design, but I won't be able to fully test that until I get into the water. But here's what I'm thinking. Because these snorkels include a ball, a floating ball to lock it down when you go under the water so no water enters, what I'm thinking is if you have this tilted back, there's definitely going to be less chance that that ball can do its free rolling to unblock or to block the tube. Now we won't be able to tell that until we get into the water and try it. Still speaking about the snorkel, well, you know what? Let's put it on the mask and I'll show you. This is a big change. The V2 of the Seaview 180, the snorkel doesn't fit in the front. They've addressed the issue and made a side fit. Isn't that cool? It's a side snorkel instead of a front snorkel. Now, here's what's gonna happen. As soon as this version hits the market, you're gonna see thousands of other masks with this side-mounted snorkel. Just make sure you remember, the Wild Horn Outfitter crew did that first on the Seaview 180 version 2. And that also illustrates the angel I was talking about. This is how it is when you're speeding up, right? And then when you go down, vertical. Still on the snorkel design, there's 2 channels on here, 1 inlet channel and 1 outlet channel. Both of those channels are larger than the version 1. The diameter at the top, which lets the air come in, has been increased by 20%. All those people that were getting slightly out of breath while using the Seaview 180 version 1, or as we know it, the Seaview 180, those guys will not have that issue anymore because you're physically bringing in more air. When I used the Seaview 180 in Fiji about 10 months ago for an extended period of time, I definitely ran out of breath. I'm glad that Wild Horn Outfitters have listened to their user base and they've made changes based on that. That's a patent pending technology from Wild Horn Outfitters. They're calling it the Flowtech Maximum Air Intake System. And now looking at the mask itself, there's an increased viewing angle by 20% over the Seaview 180 version 1. So you got more of a wider angle of view. Hey! Again, on this mask, there's durable silicone at the top here and all the way through the mask, and that ensures a nice tight seal. If water should somehow make its way in through that seal, there is the outtake here in the chin area. This water will just drain straight out. There's also double elastic straps here. Now, I'm not sure exactly how that differs from the version 1. I can't quite recall what that looked like, but I know I have a massive fat noggin, and I'm pretty keen to see how this actually works if I pull this really tight around my head. Another clear and obvious change on the version 2 is this guy right here. This is your GoPro mount. No longer is it up here. And here's the reason for that. You have the snorkel mask on, you have the GoPro here. You're up and down on the surface of the water. Your head's going up, down, up. You're looking down at things, you're looking forward, you're looking down. Every time you do that, your GoPro goes out of the water, goes back in the water, goes out of the water, goes in the water. The footage just comes back looking absolutely garbage. Wild Horn Outfitters definitely listen to the users there. They've supplied their GoPro mount on the side of the mask. Oh, hello, it's a Ziploc bag. Get that out of there. All right, come on, give me some hate. Give me some hate. I want to hear the hate for me ripping open a Ziploc bag. This GoPro mount is also a swivel ball joint. So once it's in position, you can just twist it around. Regular GoPro mount. Slide that down, lock it in, take your GoPro. Did all this backwards, didn't I? Probably should put the nut in first. The nut goes in first. Then you slide the GoPro in. Take the screw and drop the nut into the coral. Just screw that sucker in, get it to a nice tight position. Where do you think you want it? And this is the beauty of it. It's a swivel mount, so you can adjust it willy-nilly how you wish. I think for vlogging, you want to see a little bit of the mask in the shot, so it gives you perspective, something like this. And GoPros are super wide, so I feel like that angel is going to get a little bit of the mask side here, plus the vision, and that's what you need to tell a story, right? We're trying to tell a story here. Let's talk about carbon dioxide buildup, because that is a genuinely serious concern that a lot of snorkelers have. With this mask, and with any of the full face design masks, we're talking less than 10,000 ppm of carbon dioxide. Now, ppm stands for parts per million. 10,000 ppm of carbon dioxide over an 8-hour period is regarded as a safe working environment. That's over 8 hours, 10,000. 30,000 ppm, that's considered safe for short-term exposure. Now here in snorkeling, generally you're going to be snorkeling for around about the hour mark, maybe you might be a bit longer. After talking with Wild Horn Outfitters, I can confirm that the ppm of this mask falls well below that 10,000 mark. This is a safe mask in terms of carbon dioxide buildup. To ensure that safety, there are 5 one-way valves in here. There's 1 up here in the tube, and there's 4 inside in the mask area. You're breathing out, and that outward breath is going straight out this tube via these one-way valves, so there's no real way you can mix the air. Wild Horn Outfitters had listened. Here's the proof of that. To add to that safety, they've included some spare one-way valves right in here where the GoPro mount came. If you feel like your one-way valves might not be working, bam, they've given you spares. The most critical thing when purchasing and fitting a full face snorkel mask is that you get the right size for you. You need to ensure your bridge of your nose is sealed against this unit. Now for that matter, there's a sizing chart. They manufacture these masks in small, medium and large, so there will be a size that fits your noggin. Just make sure you measure it correctly because it's really, really important. My first Seaview 180 video where I made talking about one thing wrong with the Seaview 180, check that out here if you haven't seen it. In that video I made critical commentary about the fact you cannot grab your nose with these masks, so therefore you cannot equalize. The reason I made that commentary was that at the time of the release of the version 1, a lot of the marketing material showcased people underwater. There was that classic photo of that smoking hot bikini girl under the water snorkeling with a turtle. It looked like she was down maybe over a couple of meters. The difference with the Seaview 180 version 2, they're not marketing this towards underwater. They're clearly marketing it as a surface only mask. So if you're thinking of getting this to go under the water, you're already doing it wrong. And that's why I'm not going to be addressing this issue. It's the same as the version 1. So don't be persuaded to think this is going to get me under the water and having a great time. Look, to be honest, I'll go under the water. I'll go under the water with this because I believe I'm a scuba diver now. No. If you've seen my vlogs from the last 2 days, I've been scuba diving for the first time. I can't equalize with this. I can't do the jaw method. All of you guys who have tried to teach me the jaw method and the swallow and all that stuff, it doesn't work for me. The reason these masks are not suitable for deep diving like that is because of the sheer amount of surface pressure on your face. You look at a regular dive mask and you've got amount of surface area here and amount of surface area here. Compare that to these masks, you've got surface area coming all the way around your fat noggin, all the way around here. And when you go at depth, the atmospheric pressure, pushing that against your face, the further down you go, the more that pushes against. And a lot of people don't understand that you can blow out with your nose to change that pressure. And that's why Wildhorn Outfitters are not branding this as an underwater mask, surface only. So before you make a comment saying how dangerous these are and how you can't go under the water, I already know that and I've just explained it. So where can you get a Seaview 180 version 2? If you were involved in the Kickstarter campaign, you would have yours by the end of August, I'm told. Retail outlets, including the Wildhorn Outfitters web shop, not stocking them yet. You're gonna have to keep tuning in to find out when that happens. When that does happen, they'll also be available on the Amazon Wildhorn Outfitters page, and I will put an affiliate link bang in the description of this video, and if you do hit that link, I'll get a small kickback and it will help me out. It won't cost you anything more. That would be super helpful if you could do that for me. And what I'm gonna do for you in return right now is get out there and try this beautiful, beautifully designed... Oh, wait a sec, there's plastic on the front here. Let's get these off. You wanna do that. Hey Locra, if you're watching, I also confirmed with Wildhorn Outfitters, the beard is irrelevant. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. They like that. Locra, if you're watching, dude, where are you, man? You slammed me in the comment section on that other video and I came back and I answered everything and I explained everything and I proved you wrong and you haven't made a single comment. So either you're just a nameless, faceless troll or you didn't really know what you're talking about. Either way, So I just wanted to check the ball mechanism issue, and I gotta say, it hasn't bothered me at all in the water. I've done 2 dives down, expecting to come up and have a locked air system, and it hasn't happened, actually, it hasn't happened once. I'll do a 3rd one just to verify. That was the 3rd time that I tried that and it worked flawlessly. I feel like while I'm out here, I should at least try to make this ball joint lock into that snorkel. Let's try to force it to happen. Alright, that's pretty clear cut. It's if you lean back, say on an angel like that, and that ball does go to the top. My take The air valve issue didn't really faze me. I did go down a couple of times and checked out the ability of mine to not equalize and deal with it. I tried to do this jaw method, I tried to do this and that, and it didn't work. I was illustrating that this mask is not designed to go under the surface of the water. It's actually rated to 2 meters, which is just like it's a general measurement. You shouldn't be buying this mask if you are going to be planning on going under the surface of the water. I gotta say, Wild Horn Outfitters, they actually listen to their market base. They make changes based on that. This product is awesome. A little bit of fogging. I'm gonna suggest that you do what Dive Master Richard taught me yesterday. Whoa, watch out. Some abrasive toothpaste on the inside, give that a good rub, then rinse it out. And I'm also going to try and do the cigarette burning method. You may not want to put a cigarette to this, and I understand cigarette. Did I say cigarette? I'm talking about a cigarette lighter. I'm going to try the cigarette lighter method as well. Unfortunately, that's going to be back in Australia, and it's not going to be until the summer. In 3 hours, I get on a flight back to cold winter in Sydney. I might just lay here for another 20 minutes, just soak this up. Vanuatu, you have been fantastic. The time has come for me to say farewell to Hideaway Island, and the lovely managers here, Stanley and Sherry. Stanley, Sherry, thank you massively for having me here for the last 4 days. It's been fantastic. You guys are awesome people. You run a great resort. You're doing a really good job. What made you say yes to my proposal to come here as a YouTuber?
I looked at your profile and it was interesting what you were doing. I thought, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Well, isn't that cool? I mean, YouTube is a place where people like myself can create, and then people can come on and view that content and that creation, and then they can learn about things. In this case, I hope you've all learnt about Hideaway Island Resort, and if you're looking to come somewhere snorkeling and scuba diving, you've seen me scuba diving, this is definitely the place for your whole family. The snorkeling is right there. Just walk off that main beach. It's a really beautiful part of the world. And by the way, guys, I've got a secondary mask here that I was going to give this to a child. Maybe you can keep it in the dive shop. It's a kid's full face mask.
I'm sure we'll find somebody who can use it.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're coming here with children, you may want to try this full face mask. They've got a whole selection in the shop there, but you can try this one.
Make sure you check his reviews first, though.
Yeah, do that, do that.
If I look a little distracted because there's a bunch of butterflies over there.
Ah, Schmetterling. Well, guys, thank you so much, Stanley.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you here.
Thank
You've been a great guest. We look forward to seeing all these videos you've been making.
Yeah.
I want to see you
Absolutely.
diving.
Yeah. Sherry, thank you so
Brennan.
much. Thank you. And now, reluctantly, I have to put on jeans and shoes and go to the airport because it's winter in Australia. Can you see how deflated I've become? Look at this sweat coming off my forehead.
Maybe you should just stay here. Maybe. You know?
Put a poll up. Should we put a poll?
Something to think about.
Yeah. Should I stay here? Should I stay here? What do the givers say?
Yeah. Let's see some
Very
boats.
tempting. Get a bigger Wi-Fi tower, or somehow get better internet.
Yeah. Well, this whole country has that problem, but you know.
I don't want to leave. I do not want to leave here, but I have to. All right. Thanks, guys.
Again,
Beautiful.
thanks for coming.
I've been wondering for the last few days, do you have half a dozen of those t-shirts, or do you wash it every night, or do you just wear the same t-shirt every day?
I'm going to be honest, we reshot this because, what's your name? Tita from Germany did ask me out of the blue, what's going on with this shirt? You're wearing the same shirt, or you must have thousands of them. To answer your question, I don't wash my shirts and I wear the same one forever. So the closer I get to you, the more apparent that'll become.
Yeah, that you wear a lot of deodorant.
See you later, Hideaway Island. You've been beautiful. I don't want to leave. This is a reluctant departure. I surprised myself while I was here with that scuba diving. You know I'm a little bit paranoid about sharks, right? Well, I kind of surprised myself. I had no fear of sharks in here at all when I was scuba diving or snorkeling. The water's too warm for great whites. There may be some small reef sharks, but there's a reef shark that attacked a loggerhead turtle. Actually, I didn't even see any turtles here. That's kind of strange. Hey, there's one right now, loggerhead turtle. I'm gonna get my GoPro out and film it. Oh, that's, we're out of time! I know. I should keep a closer eye on the clock. I'm always running out of time on my own vlog. Hey look, if you enjoy what you're seeing here on this channel and you want to support the content by becoming a financial giver, there's plenty of ways to do that in the description field of this video. And if you want to become a giver on any other level, please hit the subscribe button here. Check out a random vlog there and my previous vlog there. If you want to become a Patreon giver, you can do that right here. I'm early this time, aren't I? I'm early. can't believe it. I've got time. There's time up my sleeve.